If you're a South African musician registered with Samro and wondering when Samro pays out royalties, then this video is for you. So Samro has changed their website slightly over the last few months, so I'm updating a video that I've done before. So I'm going to head over to my PC and show you step by step how to find this distribution list and what everything means on that actual distribution list. What's up? So the very first thing you want to do is go to samro.org.za. That's the Samro website. And then right at the top, as you can see, the Samro website has changed from the last time I did this. So what is of importance, I'll probably do a review of this whole website, but for now, you go right to the top where it says distribution and you click down once. So there's two things that are new. Well, one thing that's new, and that's that they explain the categories. So I'm going to open that in another tab for now. Let me just zoom in there. And then the distribution schedule. So that's where you get when they will pay you. Samro will pay you. So they've already updated it for 23 and 2024. So from the left hand side, you see the distribution type, which I'll explain later. The financial year, that's when in the year that you're considering. The type, secondary or primary. Primary is mainly the one that we are interested in. Secondary is usually a lot less. I think I've only received one secondary in the last 2 years. And then date of submission cutoff. So this is not really of interest for us as musicians, but the users, people that use music, have to submit that data by these dates. And then right at the end, it's the payments to rights holders. So this is what's important to us, the last column and the first column. So the distribution type shows you the different types of distribution. As you can see, royalty adjustment is usually because a secondary one. That's usually because there's some royalties that didn't make it through in time because they were trying to get some data, most probably. RNG's radio in general, which is probably of interest. So this is pre-distribution. It's not an important. This is one before the actual main one, but the main one is usually given to you earlier on in January, I think. Yeah, here it is here. Radio in general, sequence 1, January 15th, 2024. So depending on where you know your music is being used. So radio in general is a big one for me. Not really big, but I look for that one because of the collabs, etc. And then the next one that I find is really big for me is this one, the television sequence. So this is when you're getting music for sync. And then sometimes there's an adjustment from the mix of both of those. And then sometimes I've never actually gotten a post sequence 2 or an internet transmission one. This is because I primarily don't focus on those revenue streams, but it is of interest. But what is also of interest, let's go back to distribution and see distribution categories. And then they kind of explain what the subcategories are. So hold on, let me just go back there. Here it is here. So lives from live shows and live music when you're performing live. Radio in general, recorded music, diffusion services, community services. This is basically radio. Television, same story, diffusion services. Foreign is one that you could be getting if your music is played a lot overseas. And that one is usually later in the year. Here it is here, May. They've already given it for this year. So they try update this between July and June. So every July and June is when they change. They give an updated schedule for musicians. And then if you're not too sure what is meant by each one on the left hand, the distribution type, you just go to the distribution categories and then you understand. So if you look here, mobile and internet transmission, there's ringtones, ringback, download previews, internet radio, internet television, video sharing and streaming services. So that's where you're expecting royalties. So if most of your streams are coming in from South Africa, then you could be getting this mobile and internet transmission in this period that they explain here. But if most of your streams are coming from abroad, then you get it in the foreign sequence there. The foreign is all categories. So that's that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 categories get grouped in for foreign because the foreign money just comes in one batch. But that's basically how you check when Samro pays out royalties. If you want to know how many plays you need on radio to make 1,000 Rand, watch this video.